What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a great day. Getting into this episode of GH, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. This was fun for me. I don't. I'm gonna be very honest. I don't like Carly and Drew as a couple. I don't. I'm not feeling it. Like the vibe between them. I think they got good chemistry as friends. As anything more than that, I just don't see it. And it's kind of weird. It's like Carly has officially been with all three of Monica and Alan's kids, all three of their sons. She has been with all three of them. She done had three Quartermain penises in her. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. She done got all three. My goodness. I'm just saying, like three of them, three brothers. That's like a record. But I'm pretty sure somebody else that had more. But is more power to her. Her and Drew are still basking in the afterglow, and Carly sitting there talking about, oh, I don't even want to think about getting back to the real world. Carly, what real world? You don't have a job. What do you have to worry about? Real world. You ain't no CEO nowhere. You don't work nowhere. You lost your business. Hell, you just a stay at home mother, I guess. Shit, you don't work no more. Real world, please. Real world, what? You ain't gonna do nothing but get dressed and do what you always do. Be all up in people's business. That's all you gonna do. That's the real world for you. You should be ecstatic to get back to that. So of course, her and Drew still running their little mouth, talking about, oh, we can't publicly be together because of the whole insider trading thing. I'm like, are you serious? That's like the worst kept secret in that town. Everybody in that damn town know that they're knocking boots. So it's like it's a horrible secret. I'm like, everybody in that town know that y'all getting down with the get down. So get on with it. Y'all might as well just go public and face the consequence, because I'm like, it is what it is at this point. Um. So anyway, moving on from that, I love when a good plan come together. I love to see it. Everybody is working together collectively to take Victor down, and I'm here for it. I said it from the beginning. From the very beginning, I said it. They're going to have to work in unison to take him down. That's the only way. You know what I'm saying? Collectively, they can defeat him, or at least try their damnedest to defeat him. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got the resources, and I think they can do it. And it looked like they're pulling it off. Um, they got Victor to believe that Valentine is dead, even though he's not believing it so far. You know, he's not totally convinced that that Valentine is gone. But I love how Laura laid it on thick with him, how this was all his fault, and the Paris authorities contacted her about his death and the possibility of Anna being dead, even though she said that it's possible Anna survived. Like, Laura was laying that shit on thick, and I loved it. And Alexis is even in on it, because she was talking about running Valentine's death, an article on his death through the invader, just to put more icing on the cake on the story to make it more believable that he really is dead. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I am enjoying it. And Alexis was surprised as hell when Victor told her that Ava was getting Spoon Island in the divorce. Alexis was like, "What?" Because, I mean, I would be shocked too, because Nicholas has owned that home forever. So it's kind of like, damn, the Cassadines have owned that house and that island for decades now. So it's like, y'all just giving it up just like that. Like, no fuss, no muss. Y'all just gonna fork it over. I would have been surprised too. Um, so, Alexis came over there with her little phony condolences to Victor. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Alexis was playing that shit up, and I love it. He was like, "Oh, I'm not counting Valentine out yet. Oh, I'm not believing it that he gone." Well, you ain't got no choice now. He got all his team down there. Talking about he trying to get all his team down there to make sure to find out what happened, and you know do whatever they have to do to search for Valentine. Um, Robert and Felicia done grabbed Martin. They done grabbed him and reunited him with Lucy. I'm happy that they finally reunited. I said it's about time. Reunited and it feels so good. I love that scene though with them. You know what I mean? Like, Lucy was just so happy to have her man. He was happy to have his woman back. And she was like, listen, I just want you by my side. I said, I know that's right. Y'all get down with the get down. It's long overdue. And look at Valentine and Anna all up in front of Robert and Felicia holding hands. I said, see, they was holding hands in front of them. So I said, oh, y'all official now. Y'all an official couple. I said, all right. Um, I love how Felicia is so protective of Anna because she kept warning Valentine. She warned him again. She was like, listen, I'm going to trust you as long as Anna trusts you, but don't step out of line. I feel like people need friends like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just ride or die for your ass. That got your back. You know what I'm saying? Letting a motherfucker know, like, listen, don't play with her, play with your mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play with my friend, play with your mama. I love it. I love it because you always need a ride or die. Martin was thinking that this whole thing was finally over and stuff like that. And Valentine said, nah, it's far from over. He said, we still got that little issue of my death that we still got to go through. And plus, you know, Robert mentioned, he was like, shit, Anna, there's still a video of Anna shooting Lucy and stuff. You know, it's a lot of little loose ends that they still got to clear up. It's a lot of evidence they still need on Victor. And they're hoping that, you know, with this new plan of theirs, that Victor will slip up and admit something. And that's what Felicia was like, oh, we'll get him to. She was like, I got ways of doing that. I got options. I love it. I love how devious they're all being in this. And, you know, Anna was asking Robert if he heard from from, who was it, Holly. And, you know, Robert wasn't expecting to hear from Holly because he knows that she's on a mission to find Ethan. So he's not going to hear from her until she does that. But I'm loving it, though. I am so loving all of them working together. And, of course, you know, Felicia had to remind Valentine that, you know, this secret, this whole plan and stuff about faking his death is going to impact a lot of people, including Charlotte. And he was like, you know, him and Anna was like, shit, they got that covered. You know, Laura and Alexis are already in on this plan. Plus, Laura's going to take care of Charlotte. She know what to say to her and stuff like that. So, you know, Laura had to call Valentine to let him know that the wheels are in motion. And Victor, you know, knows about his quote unquote death. So now they just got to work it to their advantage now, you know. And I'm loving it. Like I said, they all working together, good. Because that's what y'all all need to do. Work together in this thing. So anyway, moving on from that. I love the scenes between Ava and Nina. I loved it. You know, Ava was just giving her more hope, you know, letting her know not to give up on Willow. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, as long as Willow still got breath in her body and she's still alive, you can still have a relationship with her, which is true. My thing is, I feel like Nina needs to fall back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not be so in your face, so pushy. Don't try to bulldoze your way into that girl life. You know what I'm saying? Fall back a bit. You know what I'm saying? Let her get through this cancer stuff. Let her give birth to this child. Let her recover. And try to build a relationship with her slowly but surely, because that's what it's going to take. Slow and steady will win the race, because at this point, that's what it's going to take. I feel like it's been too much said and done between them in the past couple years, so it's going to take a little bit of time for them to build that relationship. You know what I'm saying? So Nina just has to be patient on it. And I love how her and, you know, Ava pinky swore and stuff like that, that she wasn't going to give up on her. I love that. And I don't blame Nina for wanting revenge on Carly at this point. I don't blame her. Because Nina was just as annoyed as most fans were. That yet again, Carly gets another pass and she can't do no wrong in nobody's eyes. And I agree with Nina at this point because it is messed up. It's very messed up that for a long time, even to this day, people keep getting in her face about Nixon Falls, but yet Carly gets a pat on the back. Everybody was mad at her for all of 10 seconds. So I don't blame her. It just infuriates her that yet again Carly gets a pass. I don't blame her. So she wants revenge. And my whole thing is at this point, I know that revenge don't do nothing but beget more revenge or whatever, but it is what it is. Nina's already the town pariah, so you know what I'm saying? You're already, you know, the town enemy, so fuck it. You might as well go all in on this thing. And I agree with Ava. You know, it's a lot when Ava and Lisa have told her that she just need to focus on Willow right now. Because those two women are the most vengeful people that you could ever meet. So for them to tell you to fall back a little bit, don't worry about revenge, that speaks volumes. But I definitely agree. I think right now her attention does need to be on Willow. But don't forget about the revenge. You know what I'm saying? She definitely need to do that. You know, Ava had a little bit of business of her own she had to take care of because she was on that phone to Demetrius letting him know, like, listen, make sure Nicholas' raggedy ass is out of Spoon Island by tomorrow. And she let him know. She said, listen, I ain't moving in yet because I still got some stuff to take care of here. But she was like, I want his ass off my property by tomorrow. Like, make sure his shit is packed. Get him out. I know that's right, Ava. Kick him out your home. Um, so Carly brought Wiley to the hospital or whatever, and Michael was bringing her up to speed about what's going on with Willow and what the doctors are saying. So, she come out crying and stuff, and of course Drew, her little puppy dog, come over and consoling her. And Nina was sitting there watching them and stuff, ducking around the corner watching them. I have a feeling Nina's gonna find out about that insider trading thing. I think that's what's gonna help her bring Carly down, or at least bring her to her knees or cause problems for her. Because that's the only thing I could think of that would help her take Carly down a notch is the insider trading. So I think she gonna, lie in wait and try to dig up whatever info she could get, and I think she gonna reveal that shit. Um, I definitely think that's where it's going. Like I said, I'm on Nina's side on this one right now because I'm tired of Carly ass getting away with shit. It's like, no, she need to face the same consequences that Nina faced because everybody keep dragging Nina every 5 seconds. Even I have dragged her ass, but that's what I do. I gotta drag folks. But because Nina was wrong for what she did. She definitely was. But damn, eventually they stopped beating Rodney King. I'm like, shit, you gonna beat her over the head with this shit every day? Like, come on now. Where's the keep that? Everybody need to keep that same energy that they have for Nina. They need to keep that shit for Carly. Keep the same energy. If Nina had to get the brunt of everybody's, words and stuff like that, and their just, their hatred and stuff like that, Carly need to get the same thing. The hell with it. So anyway, moving on from that. So the doctor pretty much told her, Terry pretty much told Willow, the next best option is to take stem cells from the baby. And of course, Willow, didn't want to do that because she was like, "Oh, I'm not going to put my child in jeopardy." And I get it, but it's like, lady, you keep refusing to do this and refusing to do that. Your ass is running out of options at this point. Do you want to die? I mean, I'm just saying, you're running out of options here. Do you want to go to the upper room? I'm wondering, like, does she want to meet Saint Peter? I'm just saying, like, damn, work with us here. I mean, damn, the doctors can only do but so much. And every time they come up with a new option, your ass sitting there, no, I don't want to do that. No, I want to wait. Do this look like Starbucks, ma'am? Where, like, you just looking at the menu and you don't like some of the stuff you see, so you're like, no, let me look at that. No, let me look. That's not how this works. Like, this is life or death. This is cancer. This is nothing to joke about. Like, this is nothing to sit here and look at menus and decide what you want to do, what you don't want to do. You're running out of time and options. Like, we have to make big decisions today, Willow. And the doctor pretty much told her, she was like, listen, it's the best option. It's not going to hurt the baby because they're still going to induce labor. They're still going to have the baby be born a little early. But at this stage of the pregnancy process, the baby can survive. There's a huge chance that the baby will come out fine. So, Willow decided to go ahead and do it, have the baby, call Dr. Navarro. She gonna, give birth. I'm like, good, it's about time, damn. We ain't got time to keep playing with your ass about these decisions. Like, come on now, time is of the essence here. So I'm glad she finally decided to, do something instead of sitting around waiting. We ain't got time for that. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what y'all thought about it, and I'll see y'all later. Have a great day. Peace.